What's up everybody, this is Master Ian Gamer. With the 2021 Overwatch Lunar New Year event having started, once again I wanted to do a video ranking all the new skins we got with this year's event, since I have to admit that this year's have been pretty top tier. So in this video I'll be running through all 8 of the new skins and giving my thoughts on which ones came out on top. Also real quick, if you're watching this video within the first few days of me publishing it, I am running a Lunar New Year loot box giveaway where I'm giving away 3 codes, each good for 5 Lunar New Year loot boxes, and entering the giveaway is as easy as hitting that subscribe button, but be sure to stick around to the end of this video to find out details on how to get even more chances to win. But now, let's start ranking some skins. So first up, let's start with the epic skins. I like to rank the epics independent of the legendaries, since typically you can't really compare an epic to a legendary, so it wouldn't really be fair to try to pit epics against the really good skins. But to start, in third place we have Imperial Guard Reaper. Now admittedly I do like this skin quite a bit. The colors are very good and I love the design of the dragons you have on the back of his cloak, and I do really like what they did with his mask on this skin specifically, but overall this skin just doesn't do enough that's different or unique from Reaper's default skin, so despite it being a good skin, it's stuck coming in third place. Coming in second though, we have Siaka McCree. Now admittedly, I'm probably not pronouncing that name right. I did look up the pronunciation of it, and it's even kind of difficult to pronounce once you know how it's supposed to be pronounced. But regardless, this skin comes in second because it has some very nice detailing on it. Specifically, I really like the way they detailed McCree's cloak to look like it's made out of feathers, as well as adding the woven detail on his chest and on the pad on his knee, and of course giving him a rice hat really brings the skin all together. Overall, great detailing for a skin, a solid epic skin in my opinion, but unfortunately it only made it in second place due to the amazing detail of the first place epic skin, Terracotta Medic Baptiste. This skin, in my opinion, is one of the best epic skins in the entire game for any hero. The way Blizzard managed to execute the stony detailing on this skin is astounding. With the exception of a few little light bits and the ammo you can see in his gun, the entire skin is just a stony gray color, and the texturing is done so well that it genuinely looks like it's made out of stone. It's taking Brigitte's stone skin from a couple events ago and cranking it up to 11 essentially. But on top of just the fantastic texturing, which makes the skin look like a statue, Baptiste's face doesn't actually express at all. This is something I didn't even notice until I was playing with the skin in a match, but no matter what emote you use, what highlight intro, what victory pose, Baptiste's face stays the same. And that is such a great detail for a statue-themed skin that, without a doubt, Baptiste's Terracotta Medic skin takes the cake as the best epic skin from this year's Lunar New Year event. But moving on from epics now, let's take a look at the real stars of this year's event, the legendary skins. And coming in 5th, we have Kachi Echo. This skin is supposed to represent a magpie, and in all honesty, I think it does a really good job of pulling off that look. The feathery details and the raptor talon feet all do a great job of pulling off the image of a bird. However, I had to place this skin in 5th place due to the fact that overall, despite it doing a good job of executing the idea they were going for, the skin overall just feels a bit simple. I can't help but feel like this exact same skin idea could have been done almost as well if they had just made it an epic skin, since they easily could have just changed the detailing on her wings and body, and it would have looked almost exactly the same. The only big thing they couldn't really have done with an epic skin would be the talons we see on her feet, but I feel like they easily could have forfeited those to just make the skin an epic, and thus freeing up a spot for another hero to get a legendary skin for this event instead. Overall, it's not bad though. I think it looks good for what it is, but compared to the other 4 legendaries, it really just isn't anything super special. Although I will commend it for having some great feather physics. Credit where credit is due. Moving on to 4th place though, we have Pale Serpent Widowmaker. Now like Echo's skin, I think this one is really good, and I think Blizzard did a great job of designing this outfit for Widowmaker, but overall the design of it just feels a bit simple. And I would like to emphasize that being simple isn't necessarily a bad thing. There's certainly a ton of simple skins in Overwatch which look absolutely fantastic, but this one to me just doesn't stick out enough from the other skins Widowmaker already has. I do like the serpent aesthetic they went with for it, particularly when it comes to her gun and the way they have the snake sort of wrap around the gun itself, and then the little bottle of what I would assume is venom hanging underneath it. I think that is a great detailing for the weapon itself. And then you have little details like Widowmaker having narrow snake eyes, but overall the skin just doesn't do anything spectacular enough in my opinion to really stand out as competing with the other 3 skins I've ranked above it. And moving on to those skins, in third place we have Bull Demon Orisa. Now, when I first saw this skin teased on the Overwatch Twitter account, I wasn't actually a big fan of it. However, the more I've seen it in-game and the more I've actually used it when playing in matches, the more this skin really starts to grow on me. It's a very intense skin with a lot of cool detailing, and despite the face at first looking a bit jarring with that blue color scheme in contrast to the rest of her darker gray, brown, and purple body, I think it actually does a good job of pulling off this bull demon aesthetic. On top of that, I love the detailing of the smoke or mist or whatever you would call it that's coming off of her neck cavity as well as her supercharger, which is a unique bit of detail that further differentiates it from most of Orisa's other skins. And of course, considering that this year is the year of the ox, it's very fitting that Orisa did indeed get an ox skin, but I think Blizzard went above and beyond in terms of just simply giving her an ox-themed skin by taking it more into the realm of demons and spirits and really pulling off what I think is one of Orisa's best skins yet. However, even with all this great detail, it still failed to stampede into second place, which has to go to Tiger Huntress Ashe. Now, I think a lot of people when they look at the skin are going to assume that the main outstanding detail is simply Bob. And I will admit, Bob himself looks fantastic in this skin. Never did I ever expect we'd get an Ashe skin where Bob turns into a giant robot tiger with abs, but lo and behold, here it is, and he looks amazing. I love the detailing of the claws on his hands and feet, and his clothing just perfectly rounds out the skin for him. But in addition to just Bob, I think Ashe herself actually looks really good too. Much like Orisa's skin, when I first saw Ashe in the skin, I wasn't super impressed, but the design has certainly started to grow on me. If nothing else, I really like how unique Ashe looks in this skin compared to the other skins she already has. Her hat does a great job of fitting the East Asian aesthetic, while also fitting the character's actual design, and again, the detailing on her clothing and outfit is just all around fantastic. So Tiger Huntress is easily a top tier Ashe skin in my opinion, but unfortunately it wasn't quite good enough to beat out my number 1 skin from the Overwatch 2021 Lunar New Year event, Dragonfire Bastion. This skin is amazing. Easily one of Bastion's best skins in my opinion, and also a perfect example of Blizzard fantastically executing an amazing idea. Themed around the idea of a dragon dancer, this skin has fantastic detailing. The scales we see on the bulkier parts of him, the flames we see on his thighs, the cute little red hat he seems to be wearing, and of course the giant dragon face which is built right into his chest. I love how this dragon's face actually changes with each of his different transformations, with a slightly open mouth in his default robot form, a wide open mouth in his turret form, and an admittedly somewhat derpy closed mouth form when he's a tank. Overall, I don't think there's a single thing I dislike about this skin or think that it could have done better, as everything from the color scheme to the theme to the design to just the detailing of it all works perfectly. And even Ganymede wasn't left out, with an amazing design inspired by a Chinese paper lantern, which is something that I never in 1,000 years would have considered for Ganymede, but again, it just works perfectly for him. So there you go, these have been my rankings for the Overwatch 2021 Lunar New Year event skins. Overall, I think all of them are really, really good this year. There's not a single one which I don't like, but of course, some of them edged ahead of the others, with Bastion clearly taking the cake as my favorite from this year's event. But be sure to let me know your thoughts on this year's skins by dropping a comment down below. Do you agree with how I ranked them? Or perhaps you've got your own ideas for which one stood out the most to you? And as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I am running an Overwatch Lunar New Year loot box giveaway, where all of you have a chance to win one of 3 codes, each good for 5 Lunar New Year loot boxes, and all you have to do to enter is subscribe to my channel. But if you'd like to receive bonus chances to win as well, then be sure to follow me on Twitter and retweet the tweet I made announcing the giveaway. On top of that, be sure to follow the link at the top of the description to verify your entry, and you'll be good to go. Best of luck to all of you who enter, and I hope you get some good skins out of it. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, then be sure to subscribe, follow me on Twitter, hit up that bell icon, and come join my Discord server to hang out and never miss any of my future Overwatch content. Special thanks to my YouTube channel members who help make these videos possible, and if you'd like to join them to earn some cool rewards, then just hit that join button down below. This is Master Ian Gamer signing off, and until next time, have a great day.